your pimp apparatus. Please answer your pimp apparatus.
All right, Late the Great.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back.
I'm happy to be here. It's been about a year. I'm happy to be back, though.
It's been a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what's gone on with you since last time we talked?
Oh man, some more of it. What else? You know what I mean? Just the basic shit that, you know what I'm saying, I go through, getting money, ducking and dodging, staying on top, the basics.
So you have some new girls since last time you were here, right?
Well, hey man, I got to answer that question similar to how I answered the one when you asked me, am I still active? Man, I can't confirm or deny it. All I got to say is, I still do my thing and what it takes for me to survive.
Understood. So you've been doing this for how long?
Hey man, I've been familiar with the pimping culture since the 90s. Since 1999.
And you operate in what neighborhoods now? Because you actually...
Without making that admission that I'm active, okay, with my familiarity of it, hey man, I done got down on Fig, Sunset, all throughout New York, and Hunts Point, Midtown Manhattan, all up and down 8th Avenue, Sepulveda in the Valley, Lankershim, even downtown, scraped up some Skid Row money, you know what I'm saying? But I made it feel like Beverly Hills money though, you know what I'm saying, with the caliber of women I had out there. So I mean, I done been around, man. I done made my rounds. I done had my fair share of, what it takes to make a person a worthy participant in this game.
Mm-hmm. And the girls that you'll help, some of your girls I've met, and drugs have been a part of their lives, right?
Oh man, hey man, some say you get it all for the wound and not for the spoon, man. But it's not necessarily a guarantee that a pimp is gonna put his business out there what drug a girl does. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that'll make it like, the sack is a pimp and not him. But I'm gonna tell you like this though, just to advocate for everybody who's had a drug addict girl out there or has a drug addict girl out there. If a girl go out there and work a shift and make $700, and she comes back to the house faithfully in pocket like a good host supposed to do with a pimp, and she only consumes $80 of dope, you just made more off of that sack than a dope dealer did. So hey man, it ain't really nothing to knock. It's not what's done, it's how it's getting done, what the progress consists of while it's happening.
And what about drugs for you?
Oh man, I'm drug free, man. I don't get high off of nothing but life and making money and progress.
Not even pot?
Not even pot, man. This thing right here in my hands, the only thing that I consume, period. I don't need to, be devoted to a substance or some endorphins being released in my brain from a controlled substance that's gonna make me feel better than, the feeling of progress and getting money.
And
go ahead.
As far as a pimp goes, your style is what? Because there's many different styles of pimping.
I can't have one designated style because as we're dealing with individuals, everybody operates in an individual capacity. So I have to have that versatility, man. I might have a girl over here who's a knucklehead, so I gotta respond to her in the way that guys respond to girls who are knuckleheads. I might have a girl over here that's a sweetheart. I gotta respond and operate with her as a sweetheart. It's versatile, man. You gotta know how to shift it up. It's just like when you're driving down a dirt road. You're driving down a dirt road, it's best to have a 4-wheel car drive that's built for tough, or you get what I'm saying. If you up in the sky, you have to know how to take the pilot wheel, the cockpit of an airplane. You get what I'm saying? So you have to know how to switch it up, man. There's not no one designated style. It's just like the NBA, right? The NBA has one general set of rules, okay, that everybody has to abide by in order to stay in the game and not get a technicality or a foul or anything like that called on them, right? However, each player on the court still plays and operates the same way. Michael Jordan was different than Magic Johnson, but there was still a certain rules within the boundaries of the NBA that they didn't step outside of, yet they had their own individual style and they made progress doing it their way, while staying within those rules and guidelines of the NBA. Same thing with the DMV. They give every driver, when they read the manual, when they take the driver's test, there's one set of rules, man. Don't run a red light, stop at a stop sign, even if nobody's around, so forth and so on, right? But no two people drive alike. But what's important with that is if they get from point A to point B safely. Mm-hmm. So same thing, man.
What are your thoughts on prostitution being the oldest profession?
Since a woman is young, she becomes aware of her value as far as, the company of her womanhood, right? So, they capitalize on that when they grow up. So it comes to more like when they're adults, they realize, okay, men are success symbols, somebody that can take care of me or somebody that could be somewhat of a benefactor to my well-being, okay? And then while they're sex symbols, okay, like if I look good, I'm gonna be qualified for somebody that's got it to want to take care of me. So it's a kind of a thing that goes hand in hand. And that concept is kind of common sense in human nature, man, since the beginning of time. So, that's why that phrase is in existence right now.
What's more important to you, love or money?
Hey man, I answered that question before, but let me see where I stand with it right now, man. is, I said last time, man, I'd rather have respect and money because that's the coupons of life and so forth. But love, here's the thing. Love coming from a woman, like I told you before, is usually a term of endearment. The girls are emotional creatures, whether they're a working girl or not, right? So they're quick to carpet emotions, say I love you and this and that. And while a girl is acknowledging a man along those lines, that's cool because shit. If she's telling you I don't like you, I'm feeling some type of way about your presence, whatever y'all trying to have going on, it's the woman's choice at the end of the day. Okay, so whatever y'all have going on, it's not gonna look like it's smelling like roses. So when a woman is saying, shoot in terms of endearment toward you, I love you and stuff like that, that's a good sign. As far as the men saying it, women, especially the qualified ones who look good enough to attract men and been knowing that they had that advantage for years since they was a little girl, if a guy is telling them, oh, baby, I love you, prostitutes hear that from their tricks and their clients a whole lot. Man, I love you. You're so beautiful. They start to take an insult to that shit because it looks like, okay, they look at it like, here's a man telling me he loves me, but is he qualified for me to give a fuck about him telling me that he loves me? Who the fuck is he? If he's saying that to me, a total stranger or a girl he's picking up on the streets, he'll say it to anybody. He's desperate for companionship. So it becomes nothing. It becomes superficial to him. You feel me? Yeah.
That's an interesting angle on it.
But me, myself, hey man, I like whatever's progress is the result of at the end of the day. If a person feels like they love me and their performance and whatever it is, whatever the contract is, whatever the contract consists of, is reflecting their definition of love, then hey, I'm gonna give it right back. Cause me, I don't go around telling people I love you and this and that, I just perform it. You feel me? I don't have to tell a person I love you not one time to where my actions and my behavior toward them is A1. So, that's my take on it right there. It doesn't mean I'm a cold-hearted person and, I'm too tough to say I love you to somebody. I just perform it, man. That's all I know how to do. I perform it when it's appropriate to do so.
What qualities do you look for in a girl?
Hey man, I look for good looks. I look for, like I told you before, the magic word, competence. Nobody want no crazy bitch, no stupid bitch. She got to be somebody that is easy to communicate with, good communication. You feel me? Communication rules the nation, man, because it brings dedication. And if I can't communicate with a person, just like a regular relationship, if two people can't communicate, man, you communicate to build bonds and to keep them solidified and also to patch up things. If there's no decent line of communication there, then it's pointless. It ain't gonna work. So communication, good looks, because shit, nobody wants an ugly bitch. So if you qualify the way you can have you a cute bitch on your team somehow, some way, whatever it is your relationship consists of, that's a bonus. We're men. You're a man, Mark, I'm a man. One of the qualifications is always beauty. Like I said, women are sex symbols and men are success symbols.
What about the ethics of, tell me about the ethics of sending a woman out to go do this with guys that are questionable and maybe are going to do things that.
Well, I look at it like this: if a woman doesn't have a pimp, she's gonna be doing
while you sit back and just collect the money.
I look at it like this, man. If a woman's gonna have a pimp, right, then the concept of her going out there without a pimp is not really making no difference toward personal ethics and morals and guidelines and what's right, what's wrong, according to everybody's opinion differs on what's right and wrong and stuff like that. So when it comes to work ethics, when there's a contract between a pimp and a hoe, then that's part of the performance, part of the behavior I was telling you about that solidifies where she stands on it, because at the end of the day, it's the woman's choice. So if the woman is loyal to the person whose management she's up under, then this shit's gonna work out, because there's a particular set of guidelines set in place for certain reasons, just like the NBA, just like the DMV, those rules are in place. So they're less at risk of hazardous shit from unpredictable tricks, less at risk from going to jail, less at risk from getting distracted on some drug shit, on some whatever consists of some out-of-pocket shit, right? So if they're dedicated to the set of rules coming from the program that they're involved with, just like a regular job, this shit's gonna work. So ethics is more important than anything, man. Because without that, it's just like a person that has to get up and go to a 9 to 5 every day.
So what you offer is kind of guidance to keep them in line, keep them doing it.
In regards to my familiarity of the game, man, the guidance is to let them know how it's supposed to be done. The motivation is to let them know that, you got somebody here with you that's gonna give you that extra push, that you don't have when you're by yourself. Because it's, for example, Mark, most of us men, man, we get up in the mirror and dress every day. We shave, we iron our pants, and we brush our teeth and stuff like that. Somewhere in the back of our head, a certain percentage of our brain is looking like, I want to look good in case there's a woman who likes what she sees. You get what I'm saying? So, women can let that go. Their self-esteem, their where they're at in life, whatever phase they're at in life, that can be put all the way to the side. They don't give a fuck. That's why you see a cute bitch that's a bum. You get what I'm saying? Homeless, don't care. People tell them, oh, you're so pretty. They don't even give a fuck about that. It's nothing to them because they know how pretty they are up under that bum outfit they got on because that's a phase they going through a life. What a pimp does, you know what I'm saying, is motivates them to recognize and appreciate that they're beyond that. You get what I'm saying? And make money, have a program. A lot of people can't do nothing without motivation or a push, man. A lot of people, like if they got somebody to please, if they got somebody to report to, if they got somebody to impress, like I was just saying about how us men get up and we shave. We want a nice car. We want rims. We want acknowledgement, man. We want a bitch to say, wow, that guy right there got it going on.
So you're saying a pimp gives them motivation to realize their potential.
Like I said before in my last interview with you a year ago, man, motivation and inspiration, that's real. It ain't just something that sounds good, it rhymes. You know, I can spit real rhymes all day, but it's the meaning behind it, man. So motivation, inspiration is what's necessary because you want a woman to feel good about herself. You want a woman to say, okay, if you motivate me to look good, stay clear-minded, follow a set of rules, what the fuck am I getting out of this? You understand what I'm saying? So that goes back to the theory of how, you know, saying a girl has to see her money. Not just work and then live day by day, paying for hotel rooms, paying for cigarettes, paying for gas, like with the hamster on the wheel effect, putting in all this work and all this mileage and stuck in the same spot. She has to actually see the progress so she can sit back and say, wow, you know what? When he met me at day one, this was a situation. A year later, this is a situation. They like that shit. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that a lot from a lot of the guys.
Yeah, it's the truth, man. Just a different version of it.
Yeah. Would you ever switch places with a girl where you're out there on the street making money and she's collecting the money that you bring in?
Well, you know what, man? During my drug dealing days, man, you know, I was out there beating my feet to concrete, you know what I'm saying, and on the front line hustling. As far as on some, can I put myself in a woman's frame of mind? That question is, the meaning applied to that question, if that's what it is, will be more like asking a wife and a husband, would you trade places with her and get some dick pumped in your ass? I mean, I was born a man, I can't think like a woman, don't try to, you know what I mean? You know, so I don't put myself in that, I don't even put myself in that frame of mind. But as far as being the one to hustle and having a girlfriend to bring it back to and stuff like that, hey man, you know, I've been in situations similar, I'm sure all of us had. You get what I'm saying? But when it's a pimp and hoe relationship, a pimp and hoe contract, believe it or not, even though the women are doing the dirty part of the labor, there's a lot of behind the scenes work, man, that the pimp is doing to keep that operation going successfully. So it's an equal amount of work on both ends, just different types. Like you got Dr. Dre and you got Snoop Dogg, right? Just because Snoop Dogg's on the mic and in front and center on the stage doesn't mean that Dr. Dre is doing less work. You get what I'm saying? He's behind the scenes making beats, producing, you know, so forth and so on. He's doing his producer work and Snoop Dogg is doing his performer work, but it's still an equal amount of work being put into the project.
So you meet a girl who's like on Skid Row here, there's a lot of homeless girls.
Okay.
Do you ever see a girl like that and see that you could, you know, as a lot of pimps say, elevate her into a moneymaker?
Here's the thing with girls on, you know, in homeless, poverty-stricken environments, right? If they look too cute, they got too much of a cuteness to them, regardless of their current condition. They usually got a boyfriend, right? I've seen boyfriend, girlfriend couples in tents and shit like that, man. And you know, them girls, some of them girls, they come, a lot of them, man, like for example, white couples, they come from out of state together. They took a trip to California because, you know, it's a big old attraction to people out of state. Life is easier in Los Angeles. And they come there and, you know, the girl don't give a shit what you come with. You can come with a big old dope sack of her drug of choice. You can come with a big old bankroll car. Yeah, baby, this is my car right here. Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Do yourself a favor and change your flavor. You can hear with all that, right? But if she don't want to go, she's not going to budge. Your dope sack don't impress her because she know how to get out, turn a date or two if her boyfriend allows it. She knows how to go out, hit a store, do some boosting and stealing and take it somewhere in a part of town where she can cash it out, buy a bag of dope. So it's not imminent that she needs the assistance of a pimp. So if she got that little bit to survive on, where she gonna hold on to her boyfriend, her comfort zone, she's always be able to fall back on, knowing that he accepts her in every situation. She go out, fuck a couple dope dealers, come back home to him a couple weeks later, go out, work for a Sack Mac pimp, you know what I'm saying, go back to him and he accepts her. You know, guys like that, man, it's not just that they're in a relationship. This is more like a family member to her now, not just her lover. This is more like a brother to her, not just her lover. So them kind of couples right there, it's kind of hard to break apart, man. So usually when them girls end up choosing a different situation, the guy goes to jail for boosting or for warrants, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that when it becomes imminent, which I said it wasn't, you know, in the beginning of, you know what I'm saying, answering the question. So I mean, you know, then some girls, you know, they feel like a motherfucker that know what he doing finally came along and saved me. You know, a pimp would preferably not go through the hassle of pulling a bum bitch up out of a tent or something like that, man. Because for a lot of people to even get themselves that deep in the situation, it's looked at like, you know, that's a fag. That's a fag bitch right there. What I'm gonna try to turn a fag straight for. And I don't mean fag, I don't mean fag like a man born with testicles. I mean like, you know, I mean not homosexuals, but the ones born without testicles. When I say faggot, I mean a disobedient, dope fiend, conniving, low down bitch, man. You know what I mean? That phrase fag in the pimp culture, you know, has a broad meaning, man. For the most part, it's a disobedient bitch, man, that likes to show opposition to what's going on. You can give her $1 million, 2 ounces of the drug of her choice, a hug and cry in her arms, say, baby, just please be good and do right by me for just 1 week. And she won't do it. It's just in her nature, man. So, you know what I mean? And a whole lot of other elements that, you know what I'm saying, makes her a faggot. So, you know, that's what I mean when I say a faggot bitch.
Are some of these girls just too out of control, too much of a hustler to rein in and can keep in your stable?
It's not even being so much of a hustler, man. I mean, you know, you mean a faggot bitch?
Any girls. I mean.
Oh, I mean, you know, when a pimp proposition a prostitute to work for him, man, and you know what I'm saying, tries to recruit her, interview and stuff like that, you know, the likeliness of her choosing up or not usually applies to the situation she's in. Now, no, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Pimps talk bad about renegades and yeah, every bitch needs some pimping, man, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's easy to say that, right? But I know some women, man, that are professional escorts. They don't do relationships. They don't partner up with nobody. They don't have a man to report to or to go home to that's fucking on them day and night. You get what I'm saying? They are independent, but they're successfully independent too. You feel me? They're not on dope. They're not letting drugs compel them. They maintain their own rent. So it's like, what does a pimp have to offer them that they can't provide for themselves? Now, when women that are successful like that on an independent base have asked me, what the fuck do I need to give you the money for? And then they lay out the credentials of how they got it going on for themselves. Believe it or not, I actually stand down. I say, hey, more power to you. It's all good, right? But when it's a woman talking about, if I sell my ass and just suck somebody's dick, the fuck I look like giving, what I'm gonna give you the money for? Man, I pull a bankroll out of my pocket and say, I throw a $100 bill on the ground, say, if you can give me change for a 20, you can pick up that 100 and keep it. They always got an excuse. Oh, my money's in the bank. My money's on a card. I don't walk around with all my money on me. They don't have it. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's just, usually them women is what I call man haters. You get what I'm saying? They're not finna fall up under a man to where they got to partner up with somebody. So that's just the bug up their ass, man. Them is, you know, that's another form of being a faggot. You just got to let them be, man, because there's plenty out there, you know what I'm saying? And we all meet each other. Those who's meant to be for one another as far as pimps and hoes and who's compatible, they all eventually meet one another, man. So we focus on the ones that's about it, not the ones that want to remain without it. You feel me?
I've also heard from a lot of the guys that a lot of the girls they'll work with are terribly, terribly bad with money.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, man, I'm not a doctor.
They can't handle it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have a PhD in psychology or diagnosing things. But one thing I know from common knowledge is self-education, from reading books when I was in prison and stuff like that, and just from, you know, the experiences, right? A lot of prostitutes, but not all, but there are a lot who are bipolar. One of the things with bipolar is, man, they'll get a lump sum of something, and they're not thinking in terms of a manager. They're not thinking it at like, okay, I gotta keep this and make it last. I gotta invest it in something. I gotta flip it. They think, okay, I got $5,000. I'm finna go buy a whole bunch of shit. My friends I function with, I'm finna make them happy and hand it out and share with them if they doing drugs. I'm finna go and, you know, smoke out my partners and smoke with them and get high with them and shit like that, you know, and then it's all gone. To where if they had a pimp and a motherfucker with the right kind of mind, you know, the money wouldn't have got fucked off. They would still be able to be living off that money as they're going along in their relationship with the pimp. You feel me? So, you know, a lot of it has to do with bipolar. A lot of it just has to do with certain women that don't have, okay, men, especially pimps, have the frame of, I'm a king. I will not go broke. I'm not gonna be a bum ass nigga asking nobody for a cigarette, panhandling, asking my partners for a jug. Say, P, I need a jug, man. You know, a pimp down. It's not cute. It's not attractive. You get what I'm saying? So by us having that king-like ego that we're supposed to have because we work hard to maintain the things that make us a king, you know, a motherfucker ain't trying to put themselves in that situation where the bankroll is going backwards. You feel me? So when a woman puts the money in our hands, it's not gonna get mishandled. It's not gonna get mismanaged. And that's what she's gonna give us credit for inevitably. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So I've seen you with different types of girls. Tell me about the difference between a white girl, black girl, Mexican girl.
Hey man, there's an old saying, right, that a black hole make you pimp, but a white hole let you pimp, right? But that's just talking slick and shit like that, really. It's like Silky Slim said in his song, I don't give a fuck what your race is, we just give a fuck what your pace is. You know, it's more along them lines. Right now, when I was here before for an interview, I noticed I caused an uproar on the feedback, the comments I got from the views on YouTube or whatever, right? About when I told you that I prefer white women or Hispanic women over black women, and that caused kind of an uproar, right? So I want to take this moment to clarify something, because I got some nasty results, man. People say that's Hitler himself. He's more racist than Hitler. You know, he's against his own people, and it's not like that, man. For one, what I may be attracted to personally, that's the same thing as any basic interracial relationship. Okay, because the whole world, if they're available to make a comment on something, will comment on, oh, that Mexican woman ain't supposed to be with that Asian guy, or oh, that white woman ain't supposed to be with that Hindu over there. I mean, but when it comes to human beings, man, there should be no color lines as far as love, company, and companionship. We're human beings, man. If two different ethnicities, breeding was inappropriate, it wouldn't be able to make life. I myself am a product of an interracial relationship. What I'm mixed with is not even relevant for me to comment on this thing. But as light as my skin is, I am mixed. But hands down, one of my parents is black than a motherfucker, blacker than the ace of spades. I identify as black. I've been on the front line in prison, having riots, race riots against other races, being called the N-word, while me and the people, other blacks, is outnumbered, okay, fighting our asses off, being called the N-word. I've been on the front line of war, so make no mistake about it. I am black and I am proud, regardless of how light or dark, regardless of my complexion. This ain't nothing rare. Light skin ain't nothing rare. It goes back to the days of Prince, all the way up to Drake. It ain't in Steph Curry. It ain't nothing new, right? So by no means am I racist against my own people. But when it comes to my business, I deal with what works best for me. You understand? I became accustomed to what works best for me. Black women did not work best for me. How or why? Who gives a fuck? It is what it is. I love my sisters like I love my brothers, like I love myself. Okay? Like I said, one of my parents is black, meaning that I have black grandparents. I'm hood, grew up in the hood with blacks. I function as a black. You get what I'm saying? I'm not racist against my own people. And I would never want a black woman to think, oh, he think that, black women ain't good enough. Because if I say I pimp white women, they're like, okay, us black women ain't good enough for you to work with. If I say I work with black women, it's gonna be critics. I'll be able to say he wants to do that to his own race instead of building up. He wants to break it down and have us turn our sisters into prostitutes or work our sisters into prostitutes. So I mean, there's no such thing, like I said earlier, there's no such thing as right or wrong. Everybody's gonna have an opinion about something. You, Mark, you're a photographer and an interviewer. There's people that might express opposition to your job just because it's not what they do. There's police officers. Dude, are they necessary in this environment? To an extent, yeah. If I see my mother getting raped, I would hope a police car rolled by and intervened that shit. Do I give a fuck about the police? Of course not. I'm a criminal. I've been to prison. You know, I thug it. I'm not saying I'm an active criminal. It's not a self-admission. But what I'm saying is I'm more familiar with the criminal culture than not. So am I in acceptance of the police and all they do? Of course not. But are they necessary? Yes. So I mean, the same way pimps are necessary. Same reason why, white girls, black girls, Hispanic girls, women of any ethnicity end up with a pimp, you know what I'm saying, the street level or whatnot, the black man's game to it. So, it's not about a racist thing. It's what works for me. So the way the cards fell and so forth, white and Hispanic and non-black women are the ones who worked out for me in that business, making it what it was and making me become the pimp that, I have lived as. So that's all that is right there, man. My sisters, they can calm down on that, man. Too black, too strong.
Tell me about law enforcement.
Law enforcement, man. I think you mentioned something like this before, man. Look, let me tell you something. I'm glad you asked that, Mark. In somewhere around 2011, right, they came out with the human trafficking thing, okay? And that enhanced a basic pimp offense to where if there's other elements that was involved with it, it gets exaggerated, enhanced the charges to a whole bunch of crazy shit. What pissed me off is the lawmakers who came up with this idea when they ran a proposition for, I forgot what proposition it was, they shot the commercials, man, and had a little girl swinging on a swing in a playground. Then they said, yeah, these women are taken off the streets and turned into prostitutes and made for human sex trafficking. And it's showing the little girl on a swing, then the swing disappearing, giving the public the image of pimp just kidnapped a little kid. If a kid is on a fucking swing, they're obviously under 10 years old, generally, okay? Like a pimp is some kind of big bad wolf predator and got this exaggerated ass law into existence. That was just to enhance. What I personally don't like about it is this here, right? And I've read a whole lot of case laws on pimp cases, reading the whole trial, the results from what the charges were. And what I don't like about it is this here, right? It's denying a prostitute intimate association with a man. That means every dick getting pumped in her ass has to be that of a trick. The only time she gets to have sex with somebody is in the commission of a work. Can a prostitute have a man? Can a prostitute have somebody she come home to and consider him her superior? The one that she does something with that she don't do with nobody else, like bring him the money? Because just like a faithful wife in a relationship ain't supposed to just give anybody some pussy. That's a sacred, activity between her and her husband, her and her boyfriend, her and her spouse. Well, the sacred activity between a prostitute and her superior, which would be her pimp, her folks, her daddy or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the money she made from that, so she's throwing it in the pot, contributing to the household. You get what I'm saying? Now, but that's her intimate one right there. That's her guy. That's her dude. He's that guy. You get what I'm saying? So how the fuck is it law enforcement is supposed to tell a prostitute, with the end result being the same, whether they're telling her that verbatim or not? But how's the concept still supposed to come down to, okay, a prostitute ain't supposed to have a man because every every dollar that a man lives off of or anybody lives off of from a prostitute is a forbidden dollar, except with the exception of her codependent children. You get what I'm saying? I saw cases, I read case law where motherfuckers is in jail, in prison for a pimping charge because the guy was a regular guy. He was just a regular guy, live off Social Security check or whatever. His wife, of many years who they got kids together by, happens to be a prostitute, okay? She goes out and does her thing, and he's at home, and he does his little thing with her, but he's not a pimp. He don't know other pimps. He ain't out there on no tracks, no blades, bringing girls out there. He ain't trying to recruit other girls. He doesn't call himself pursuing a career as a pimp. He just her dude. And whatever he stands inside a household, that ain't nobody's business but theirs. And she happens to be a prostitute, but because she goes out there and makes money that way, and the police, law enforcement get up in a mix, and then it comes out in the open, yes, I live off some of the money she makes, or yes, he lives, yes, some of the food in the refrigerator was from my earnings as a whole, because he's sitting down eating and living off that money, there's a fucking crime. You get what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, it's just law enforcement, man, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep a hand in what they personally don't like, because you got certain law enforcement squads, man. They got narcotic squads, they got prostitution squads, they got sex offender squads, you know what I'm saying? Every you know, police stations got their own particular detailed vice for certain jobs, okay? Yeah, and a lot of ones that's on the human trafficking and pimping and prostitution vice squads, man, a lot of them people that sign up for that, and this I know because I've been told personally, okay? They already don't like the concept of a pimp being involved with a prostitute. So this is just their opportunity to carry out a grudge. Because, hey, man, don't nobody like a pimp except for another pimp. And don't nobody understand a pimp except for a hoe and another pimp. You feel me? So this is just a whole bunch of pimp haters, man, just taking the law for what it is, how it's written, how it's stipulated, and getting a little revenge or a little resentment out, you know what I'm saying, by sticking a hand in it and doing it. Because I'll tell you what, man, no girl that's ever been up under me is a fucking victim. The crowd would like to think of the girl as a victim. I've had girls that had recent previous ex-boyfriends and shit like that they just been fresh out of relationships with like that. And when word gets around, they say, hey, late man, I heard, man, you making her do this, or somebody saying you gorilla pimping on the bitch. I said, does she look like she being gorilla pimped on? She was looking like a fucking bum at first. She's happy. She's sitting right there clarifying it like, no, this was a fucking upgrade. Where has this guy been all my life when I just wasted 2 or 3 years on such and such that we're talking about? This ain't no forceful thing. But the guy, the spouse from the previous relationship wants to put it out there like, he can't accept that she's doing what she's doing. So he wants to look at it like, okay, she must have been forced to do this or must have been coerced or tricked. This can't be what it is with her. You get what I'm saying? So it's more like something to soothe a person's conscience. You feel me? But, you know, hey, man, the women have to go out to work. Women that are grown enough to work the streets and to pay a pimp and understand how to have that kind of job with the rules and the guidelines and the morals and the cooperation and communication that comes along with it, knows goddamn well, man, how to find their way to the nearest police station, how to dial 911 when they're fresh out of his sight and get away from it. Ain't no victim situation, man. That's just, and you know, when people catch these pimp cases, man, they describe the woman as the victim. Law enforcement, that is, the victim. On the district attorney side, the victim. You get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. There is situations that pimps don't really respect, where a motherfucker, like I think Peanutty said it, gorilla pimps ain't really acknowledged, they're not really respected because they give everybody a bad name. You feel me? That they give people the ammunition to think, okay, this is a forceful situation. She ain't doing that shit because he wants to. She's doing that because he's got her out here doing it. But you know what? No victim comes to mind when the girl's doing it by herself. A person will be quicker to pull a girl to the side and say, hey, why do you got a pimp? Why are you doing that for him? Why is he making you do that? They'll be quicker to pull to the side and express opposition to her career as a prostitute. If she's with a pimp knowingly, then they will if she's doing it by herself. If she's doing it by herself, all of a sudden they want in. If it's a man, he's trying to get his rocks off too. If it's another female, oh, I know this guy. She trying to pimp herself. I know this guy that'll pay you $300, girl. You're pretty. You just the type. Come on. Now they trying to procure her for their own benefit. As soon as the pimp's involved, all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of opposition to shit being expressed. But in most situations, man, the girl with the pimp is looking better and doing better and living better than the one without the pimp, man. So I say all that to say, man, it's highly exaggerated with the concept of this imaginary concept of who's a fucking victim and not. That's just to soothe the conscience, man. And also, it's to not make pimps appear to be glorified, because the media, you know, with movies, rap music, you know, stuff like that, man, you know, the word pimp became glorified, something that appears to be honorable in society, something that's leaning toward when it's expressed, it gets accepted and honored and looked up upon, right? So they came up with the human trafficking to try to put pimps and, you know, sexual predators all in the same category. And that's a misconception, man. So I hope something in this video right here, man, somebody that's clear-minded enough to understand what I'm saying knows the difference. I'm not saying there's not situations like that, but it's not one I've ever been involved, not one of my partners that I fuck with, other pimps that I've seen their interviews on, because we all appear to be along the same lines to a degree, to a high degree. Okay, so, you know, I just had to clear that up real quick.
That's a very good explanation of aspects of this that are very misunderstood, I think.
Well, somebody's got to say it, man, because if they don't, man, people are going to run around with this misconception that a pimp is a sucker, a pimp is a predator, and stuff like that, man. But, that's just an outsider looking in at the surface because they don't get much behind the scenes footage unless, of course, Mark, the thing you guys set up where people can hear it from another aspect. Yeah. The outside, the inside coming out.
And there's many different levels to this game that they're very...
Oh, it varies, man. Like I said earlier, man, with the NBA and the DMV rules, it's one general set of rules, okay? But everybody does it their own way, which works for them, regardless of the methods, the internet, the streets, bars, what the fuck ever, okay? What ethnicity of the girls they work with, that work with them, everybody does it differently.
Yeah. Excellent, Thank you so much.
But hey, man, for the record, man, just for the record, I like to sign off with this note, man. Late the Great, the Golden State Heavyweight, man. A young hoe's dream, a white hoe's king, and a square's nightmare, man. And I'm out.
Thank you, Late.